Hey Sagittarius tribe, this is a reading for your sign, and I'm using my very first tarot deck that I created, the Flashes of Light, in this reading today. About my focus is my guides have told me to do a Saturn retrograde reading for each one of the signs. So that's the topic. Saturn retrograde, the next 5 months. Retrogrades are about reflection, reviewing, recreating, right? When we're talking about Saturn, this is the planet of structure, lessons, accountability, karmic stuff, retribution. I've even been saying in some readings like reconnections or releases or course corrections, um, and, like personal accountability. I've been talking about and staying in our own lane. And I feel heavy relationship vibes with yours because I'm getting the number 222, but also 333. So this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node, or if you have heavy Sag placements. I love you. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave the rest for the next. I'm using both my decks, by the way. I have an Oracle deck, and I think that's called Windows of Light. And working with them together is going to bring us great insight for what's to come here. Next 5 months or so, we're already in it. So December 10th is when it ends. Okay. Drink more water, by the way. There's a lot of blue here. So this blue energy and the color of the cards that I'm looking at. So emotional maturity, truth is blue. Also, I'm just hearing water. Water, water, water. Did I even bring a bottle of water in here? Yeah, I got one over there if I need it. But I just feel immediately like a parched, dry throat. Kind of feels like cotton mouth, if I'm being honest. So at the center, I used an oracle card, and I just wanted to see what kind of situation or experience you're in right now, or what you might be trying to heal. Maybe bring new perspective with this deck to you. So I'm talking to a Sagittarius that's been doing heavy shadow work and heavy healing. I got hangman energy for you. The number 12 is speaking to you. And we've got the belittling mind, or shadow boxing, and mind games. Okay. A feminine energy here with a lot of activity that's going on in the crown. And I'm saying you've been doing a lot of healing or shadow work, or maybe you've been isolated a bit. There's a look of concern and worry that I see in her eyes, but also the higher self here, that comes in almost like a whisper. So when the mind is so chaotic or in a spin, spiraling down or spiraling up, you can see it either way here. It may be hard to hear this higher self voice. And so I feel like it's a need for some quiet time, meditation, contemplation, and a clearing out of the mental chaos and clutter to get clear. I think, too, we need to offer, in this case, with the belittling self, that self-talk, the ego voice can get us in a whirlwind, can get us into spins. Or the red flag, green flag is what you're not seeing here in the artwork that got cut off when I produced it. Okay, you see part of the green, but this one was a red flag over here. And how that's connected to the future cards, we'll talk about that later in the reading. There's been power dynamics or something at play here. The shadow boxing and the mind games. Power. Like, people around you may be very competitive, ruthless, and envious. And you were questioning almost like, why? Why do I keep attracting this? Can't I have more green flags? Is what I'm when I dig into that mind there a bit. I see a feminine here who's embracing change in their life too, asking a lot of questions and embracing change. Because one of her eyes, I focus a lot on the eyes when I'm reading this oracle deck, and one of her eyes is a crescent moon. And as I'm seeing it today, it's a crescent moon and a star. So I do see you finding some time to, actually, it's the masculine part of you that wants to talk to you. We all have feminine and masculine. Masculine strength, masculine wisdom. And I see fire in that feminine's eyes. And there is a lot of fire coming out in this reading, too. I don't know if you're heavily connected to a fire sign, or if you, or we're just talking about your work, or passion, and desires. Maybe you've been like setting your dreams aside or your healing aside, and or maybe you're burnt out about something here. There's that. Okay. So here's where I use my tarot. That's your one oracle card. Okay. You're actually quite clairaudient too. I don't want to miss that, because this ear right here has like these lines that surround it, which is my symbol when I draw, that you can hear it here clairaudiently into other dimensions. And it's right by that red flag. So you, like, yeah, you know when somebody's lying to you. You know what people are thinking. You need to trust yourself more. Trust that you're hearing spirit too, your spirit team, your higher self. Your higher self comes in, like I said, like a whisper, but is also never judging you, always supporting you, and will not cause you to go in a tailspin, or why I'm calling that a tailspin, I don't know. Okay, so trust your intuition is a big focus here, because I have the Seven of Swords here. And as a reader, if you don't know reader language or whatever, Seven of Swords is who's lying, who's being sneaky. I got to be honest with myself. It's also the card of strategizing. So, okay. So, and I know somebody's been lying or somebody's been ruthless, because it's right here up in your crown. And also it's like, maybe we need to stop thinking about this. Is it a masculine King of Wands, the King of Batons, and the Justice card in reverse, both coming in reverse. And your cards came out in twos. So that's also why I said 222 number could be speaking to you, which is the number of duality, but also finding balance within relationships. And that stems from what the relationship we have with ourselves, and making decisions that honor ourselves and where we respect ourselves. There's somebody here who, and this is what's above your head or in the above or looming over you, or what you're thinking about. This could be a masculine in your life that's like very intolerant, ruthless, and will not take accountability for their actions. Justice reverse. A habitual liar, a player, take it how it resonates. It definitely is an intolerance sometimes, a cruelty, an imbalanced ego, and quite impulsive too. Now, this King of Wands, okay, has a staff that has a crystal ball on it that has the all-seeing eye. I just wanted to point that out. The purple on the crown, the purple here, which was, when it came out reversed, attached. Like, you know what a green flag is. You know what a green flag is? This is the side where the green flag. Okay? All right. So, the fact that the Justice card came out in your reading when I'm talking about Saturn being retrograde for the next 5 months. That's like, stop thinking about that or worrying about that decision, that person's behavior, because they're going to get their karma. All right? What they put out into the world, they get it back, is how this spiritual world works. So, I feel like now, as I'm saying that, it's like we're clearing out those thoughts, okay? We're not playing somebody's mind games or the ways in which they try to manipulate you or belittle you is here. I'm not playing these shadow boxing games. I see what you're doing. I have a higher awareness. Sagittarius, you're enlightened here, okay? But we're going around here. I'm going to tell the story. I do see in the end here, you're the enlightened one, okay? And somebody may be making you feel smaller than you are because of your belief system too, or something. Or maybe you've been doing a lot of physical healing. I don't know. In the past, what we're leaving behind are relationships that, again, are childish or not grounded, where there's a lack of commitment, where this is a relationship where there's somebody that's very quick to anger. Again, the impulsivity is coming out. This would be somebody who's a pessimist. It's like somebody fighting their own heart song here. 2 of Cups reversed, Knight of Wands reversed. And it's also an energy of burnout. Fighting, and nothing ever good happens, kind of an energy. So there's the 2 again, and that is like, this is what Spirit's saying, we're going to leave this in the past. It could be, again, with a fire sign that you already broke up from. Okay, it shouldn't be this much hard work. Yeah, it's the quick to anger too. That makes you go quiet. You see how I got quiet? Or really disrupts your thoughts. Okay. But all this shadow work and all this healing that you've been doing to shift your perspective or to see things differently, see through the lens of change, the crescent moon, you have found a new perspective. Through the time of stagnancy or through the time of sacrifice that you have made, the hangman. Okay. These connected in this way. Now here's your number 12 with an ace of swords on top of it, which is a breakthrough energy, which is a breakthroughs in communication with the self, I think, here too. And yeah, coming out with a whole new perspective about life. Healthy heart communication, expanding your love frequency out there. And yeah, this is also about having a revelation or an epiphany. And spiritual wisdom attained. This is mastering the sword, mastering your thoughts where there used to be this. Somebody really could have come in and disrupted your energy, and you're like, hold up, wait, whoa now. Like, you've been stretched to your limits. Look like the leg. Look at her leg. Like, I feel like I'm stretching here. Yeah. Your web is strong when you create from your heart center here. The truth in your heart coming out with a new perspective. And you've been, okay, for the future energy in Saturn retrograde. Okay, so here's that 7 of Swords in my deck, the 7 of Webs. And this is that card where somebody might have been hiding something from you or was lying to you. And it's interesting. 7, 8, 9 came out for the future. And this is where I'm saying that you already know, because the pine cone is here with that all-seeing eye. Pine cone is masculine energy, is fire energy. We've got the pine tree. You are protected. You are prospering. You are wealthy. Okay, what story are you telling about your experience here on Earth? 7, 8, 9 is a progression number and is also to stability, to support. Here, pine cone. Trust your path. Trust your intuition. Open up to new sun energy. Okay? So this is definitely a card about you being like strategizing and getting real clear with what you want to create. It could be something with the World Wide Web with all these W's that I'm seeing here, but I'm also feeling like it's northwest, like I'm seeing an NW now. It feels like matchsticks for some reason. You got the fire starter here, because pine cones are used for starting fire as well. Masculine energy keeps coming in through this as well too. Great support, great community on the web here for you too. Or some hidden truths coming out about family and a family tree, a tree dynamic, but you knew the truth all along. Ground your emotional awareness. Ground your emotions. It's coming out with that 9 of cones. Pine cone medicine, pine cone magic, pine cone energy. Big time. There have so much. They just don't even really want me to talk about the 7 of Webs anymore. But what's the 8? What's the 8? It's a song. It's a song. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. No, nothing in between. How can this be wrong? Sail away with me to another world where we rely on each other. 8 is the frequency of 8 of Cups here is I'm moving on from something. Because it no longer makes me happy. I'm thinking about my own stability and growing something. Stable for the future. Could be about, what's your hopes and your dreams? This is a duet. Some things are ending, 7, 8, 9, 9. 9 here on the bottom of the deck, but the sun is also here supporting you to make a healthy decision in this crossroads. The sun is about new beginnings, vitality, positive thinking, gratitude. The new you. Hello, world, meet the new me. New awareness, empowered. 9 swords. No more worry. I'm creating. This is my universe. I am the star. Starring in my own story here. Your masculine strength is through your intuition and taking charge of that thread and telling your story and grounding your emotions, getting centered. What did you learn in the dark? What's the perspective you're coming out of here? You've been stretched. And now there's this golden road that leads you right around the base of the mountain. Here's the mountain too. Okay. I feel like some stories got crisscrossed. I don't know why I want to say that too. Remember I said this King of Batons there was a lack of accountability, and there was I'm gonna yeah, the truth's going to come out is what I feel here. Just as I got a message, Mrs. de Grimm, like that was the name that just went across my screen. So our thoughts are also creating our reality. And I think you have come to some sort of awareness when this is becoming the observer in your reality too, of your own emotional patterns or mental patterns. We can see that we are manifesting, we can manifest from a high vibration in our heart, or we can manifest from a lower vibration from these rampant thoughts. What's the feeling behind the thoughts? Are we afraid, or then we're producing more fearful situations? I have a lot of notifications going off when I'm talking about this. So there's been a lot of talk, or mental chatter for you, but you're getting clear and you're getting grounded. This is such an important card for you. The Nine of Cups, let me remind you, is your wish fulfillment. It looks like a lot of pine cones together who are protected. Reaching out arm of a tree is what it feels like. Coming together here. All the pieces and the parts that are coming together here because the universe is working with me, supports me. Once I got to make a decision and trust my own path. This is the crossroads energy, the two swords. And the high priestess is here. And I told you that the 222 is definitely talking in this reading. And number 1, 2, you're the 1, 2. Shift your perspective. Shift your kaleidoscope. Take charge of that thread. Trust your heart's GPS system to recalibrate. Think about it when you're going on a trip and you put it in your destination and you take a wrong turn. It tells you, it will recalibrate you. You can recalibrate. You can reprogram your mind. That's what's coming out here. You can trust your inner knowing, high priestess. You can trust in divine timing. Trust in yourself here. Okay? In building community and friendship again is also here. The 3 of Cups. See, I've been talking to a siren who's saying goodbye to the past, the sad songs, or the unhappiness, or things being grim. There's a new window and an opportunity opening for you. Just been working on finding your footing again. And when the siren song comes out, I always like to get you a song. And that's why I pulled from my song deck. Number 38, number 83, which is an 11. 11, 11, you're always manifesting. There are consequences for the actions here. Even if somebody doesn't take accountability. And then you pay no never mind to somebody else. If that's somebody else, I felt like that was just, I was talking about somebody else that had been on your mind and not you. And that was taking up a lot of your mental space that can be used in healthier ways. And I think you're recognizing that. Islands in the stream. And what I got, you make my dreams come true. Hall & Oates. They're both duets. What I got, full stop, thoughts, dreams, scatter, and you pull them all together, and I haven't been the same. Ooh, you make my dreams come true. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now you. I was saying that at 24. I don't know. Anything else I need to give these all? No, we're going to leave it there. Okay. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope your heart heard a message it needed to hear. Maybe I shifted your crown a little bit. I love you big. And if you need your own personal reading, reach out to me. And I appreciate that love that you give this channel. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Drop a comment. Those are ways to support the channel or to share the video. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye.